Hi, this is another one of my blog posts. Uh, just today, I just wanted to speak a little bit on mental health issues, specifically general anxiety disorder and depression, which I suffer with. Um, I was diagnosed with general anxiety disorder about a year ago. Uh, it, I've always had issues with worrying about things a lot. I was a worrywart, as I used to say. Basically, I would, worry about things that were going to happen or might happen. But it wasn't enough to affect my life. I had no problems. I worked and I got by, and but it was never something that took over my life. Um, I know my one sister, at one time told me that I was going to worry myself into an early grave, but it never got really that bad. I worry about things, about things that might happen and stuff like that. But it never, like I said, it never took over my life. It didn't really hit me until my one sister, who's about she's the youngest sister. She's 8 years older than I is, and she wound up. She was on disability. She had issues with her back, and she was diabetic, like I'm diabetic, and she would always, not feel well and stuff like that. We did. She wound up moving to Springfield, Illinois, so we didn't talk a lot. We text and talked on the phone some, but it was always, things. Well, I'm not feeling too good today, kind of thing, which is normal. She would say that all the time. And what I didn't know, apparently, that she had gotten COVID. Because she had texted me one time, texted her back a little bit, and she's, well, I'm not feeling well. I'll talk to you later. Love you. And so it wasn't until later I found out she was in the hospital, and I was like, what's going on? And talked to my cousin, who had talked to her a lot, and found out she had gotten COVID but didn't know what it was. My cousin kept telling her to go to the doctor. Her doctor apparently was out of town on vacation or something, and so she couldn't see her, so she just kept putting it off, and my cousin was telling her to go to the doctor. I didn't know anything about all this. I worked for the VA, doing special orders for the Veterans Canteen Service, and I knew, I worked there during the height of the COVID, so I knew the symptoms of it. And she had her shots, and apparently she finally went to the hospital, and they had her on something. I'm not sure what, but apparently she wound up getting pneumonia in her lungs, and she passed away. I don't know why that particular situation caused the dam to burst in my head, I guess. It was, I guess, loss of a family member. My only one sister left. My brother already passed away. I realized that I didn't have anyone, and all the regrets I had done in my past life just came out like a flood, and the anxiety got really bad. I worried about everything. I would put in for sorry, the words escape me right now. Disability. Through my pension fund for work, and I was approved finally. But then I found out after looking into it, it took months before you get paid. And unfortunately, one of my regrets that I didn't save up money. Um, you'd have to pay for your own dental and life insurance while waiting and on disability. And the insurance was taken out, uh, which is it was quite a bit, $200 something. Would be taken out, and fortunately, I didn't save up the hair or something. Didn't save up the money like I should have. So one of the things with general anxiety disorder is decision making, worrying if you're going to make the right decision. And it tore me apart deciding what to do, because I didn't, part of me was wanting to take the disability because I knew I struggled with anxiety, and struggled with depression. I tried to get I know working from home helped me, because when I was working for the VA, the Veterans Canteen Service, one of the things I was having trouble meeting a critical element in my position. So as a last resort, they put me in this other position, which was working from home 100% of the time because the office was flooded, and so working from home helped me a lot. Being at home was more comfortable and helped with me with my anxiety. And one of the things that I wanted to do is, because they were, once they got the office repaired, they were going to come in for 2 days a week. So I tried to get a reasonable accommodation for work from home for 100% of the time. And then I found out, they said, well, you're not fully trained in your position. I was like, that shocked me. I was like, I thought I was fully trained. I didn't know what they were talking about. Apparently they had something to do with some accounts that I was supposed to be responsible for, and it had to do with Excel, which I know nothing about Excel. That when they put me in the position, they never said anything about Excel, because I would have said, but I had no experience in it. I had never used it other than the only thing I used for Excel was putting data into a spreadsheet. I didn't know anything about VLOOKUP or anything like that. I never did anything like that, or pivot tables or anything like that. So they was like, well, you have to do this for this on this. So that threw me for a loop. My anxiety totally went through the roof. I was talking to my therapist, and basically she said, thinking about harming yourself. And at the time, I was so out of it and so worried and didn't know what to do. I said, yeah. And I was, and I have thought about it. So she wound up having, a police check, and I wound up having to go into the psych ward for a couple days. I wound up not taking disability because people were telling me, you can't afford it. Because on Facebook, I joined a Facebook group and all that, and they were saying that most people who took it had known about it and saved up on it, or they had partners who worked. It's just me, so I was like, well, how am I going to afford to do this? And I talked to my nephew about it, and he said, "Oh, you're a smart guy. I think you can get it." Um, so I didn't take it. My part of me thinks I should have. Uh, I mean, you can work, and up to a certain point in in another job, in the private sector. Um, but I didn't know what to do. So it was just to a point where people tell me you can do it, you can do it. So I wound up not taking it, which I wonder if I should have. They said when you're fully trained, they explore 100% work from home. I don't know if they will or not. I'm worried about it. Going to the office is a struggle. I worry that I'm not going to be able to learn Excel, and that I'm going to, part of my worry that I'll lose my job. I have people there telling me, oh, yeah, they'll help me through it. They'll help me learn it. They'll help me do it to reassure me, and but part of me gets reassured. The other parts of me are just worried and scared. Like I said, there's times when I'm just tired of life. It gets to a point where you're just. I'm 57, and I just feel like I've never accomplished anything. I had a friend who was like me. He had struggled with finding girlfriends, stuff like that, and he's overweight like I am. He wound up going to the Philippines. I met a girl online and went to the Philippines and met her, and wound up bringing her back, and they wound up getting married. Now they have a kid. So it's like I lost a friend. Well, it's still a friend, but I kind of lost someone who's in my situation. I thought, but now I'm thinking, what have I done? With my life. I know a lot of people, see this will comment, yeah, you should have done more of your life. I should have. I made a lot of mistakes, and I have a lot of regrets and stuff I could have done differently when I was younger, and I didn't. I mean, now that I'm 57 years old, I'm just kind of tired of life. I had really nothing to live for, no one to live for, no kids. It's just like, why should I go on? It's why keep going through these troubles. But anyway, as far as mental health, it is a struggle, and the people who don't go through it, who don't struggle with it, don't understand it. It is a terrible thing to have to live with, especially when you're doing it on your own. You don't have a support network. Without that, you're basically going through it totally alone. Which is hard and scary at times. I know I have dealt with groups who, they said that they are married and their husbands or wives don't understand it. They like their husband will tell them just shake it off. But it's something that's hard to shake off. They had me on some medication. They put me on a thing called Zoloft as an antidepressant, and it wound up giving me bad side effects, bad insomnia, body tremors. So I wound up getting off of it, and it took me months to get away from the issues it gave me. I'm finally back to sleeping, again, and I don't have the tremors. As I do still have, body shakes here and there. I'm assuming from anxiety, because I'll have, you ever, your forefinger and your thumb. I used to have a problem with that shaking really bad, and because I went to the doctor thinking I seen somewhere it was could be Parkinson's, but now it's stopped. But I do once in a while when I'm like relaxing, my body will just jerk, stuff like that. But it is like going into the struggle with mental health is a problem. I don't know, the future's going to be like. I'm scared of the future. I worry about it. I worry about, what's going to happen if I'm going to be able to do my job. It's a horrible thing. And there is times when I have what they call suicidal idealization, where you wish you wouldn't wake up, that kind of thing. I do have those where I wish, I don't wake up in the morning. But it's a struggle a lot. And if you have it, I can understand. It's not easy. If you have a support network, then it is easier. Especially if people who understand, who will be there for you. I wish I still had that. I wish I had my mother, still alive and stuff like that to turn to. But unfortunately, I don't. And it can be hard. But anyway, I don't want to just ramble on for a long time, but that is an issue with me. Anyway, if you do suffer from it, my best wishes for you. It is hard, and depression. It's a terrible thing to have to live with, and like I said, a lot of places still don't understand mental health issues as health issues, which they truly are. But anyway, if you watch this, thank you. I appreciate it. And again, if you're suffering, get help. Speak to a therapist or a psychiatrist or something to try to help you. It is a hard thing, and I know it all too well. But I wish all of you the best. I will try to make a video a little bit more of my experiences and life experience, what this is supposed to be about anyway, but I just wanted to talk about that because it is part of my life that I deal with every day. But thank you, and for watching this, and I appreciate it. Have a good day.